Hey everybody, it's Jochen Heiden, and I'm back with the Italian versus Heiden campaign. It's January 31st, 1942. We're about 3 or 4 turns since the last video that I recorded. I'll do my best to catch you guys up on what's happening here throughout the video. There's been some things. Okay, we've had a lot of Allied submarines operating off the truck. Basically, every turn we're having these interactions here. In typical Italian fashion, he's not moving his subs, he just leaves them parked in one spot. Okay, I expected this. This is completely normal. There's a PT boat here. We're trying to reinforce Java because he's made some moves out of Serbia, and I'm trying to cut him off and trap him somewhere. Hopefully we can sink this PT boat really quick. Again, this is near Serbia. Alright, well, let's kill this thing, huh? Nope, PT boat gets away. Dang it. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on! Oh! The Dutch cruiser Sumatra. This starts in Serbia, and he got it away from us. At least I know where it's at now. Okay. This came out of Serbia, and it snuck by us, and this is where he's going into. Perth. That's good intel. Okay, just working on another flag base here in Celebes. Dot base. And we are coming back into Malang. Again, this is the trap. This is to trap a lot of Dutch troops that unwisely left Serbia. And there's an opportunity here for us to keep them here. Oh, that's a lot of losses. Okay, continuing to unload here at Malang. I'll show that to you a little bit closer as we get into it. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Not quite sure what all these Dutch... Ooh, Allied float planes are spotting us now, huh? Okay. Dang it. I was trying to catch up with some hurricanes that did us dirty a few turns ago, and it looks like they're gone. Yeah, they're either left or he's not flying them in this configuration now. At like cap. Hey, we're hitting Clark today. Looks like we destroyed something too. Okay, he's still got some aircraft left here on Clark after all this time. They're so damaged, you just can't get him out. Okay, I'm bombing here because we are going to be counterattacking the Allies and pushing them out of this hex this turn. Those are the kind of hits that I want. So it looks like 6th War Area, 8th Chinese Corps. So he only has 1 corps and 1 headquarters here. All right, fine. Not a lot of hits at Clark today. And he still has B-17s here. Wow. Okay, bombing here because I'm really trying to break through here. I hope this is the turn we can do it. Ooh, that's a good hit. Chinese, yeah, this looks good. Look at all these move arrows, guys. Do you see this? He's all over the place. It's really obnoxious to how he's moving his troops right now. Look at these move arrows. Golly, what a mess. Okay, hitting this place again. Just trying to soften them up. Heavy bomb helps, right? This might be enough to get us through over the hump here, guys. Nice. Good. Good, good, good. I hope we win here, guys. I'm tired of this base. Good. Good. Man, I hope he's not moving in here with these guys, whatever that is. Dang it. Man, I forgot how many bombers I have in China right now. Oh, interesting. Okay. Dutch bombers coming out of Serbia. Attacking my tanks trying to move into here. That's interesting. How did he even know they were there? Oh, is he bombing the oil? Oh, he's bombing the troops. Okay. Oh, that's a good use of the Dutch aircraft. I'm glad he's doing that. That's smart. Okay, PBY5. Got it. Okay, that's about it. Let's see what we get for land combat today. Okay. Okay, these bombardments over the last few days have been going a lot better for us, guys. And it looks like he's moving troops out of here. Yeah, we've been... Yeah, look at that. Okay, this is significant here, guys. He's pulled troops out of Clark to the tune of about 200 AVs worth. I'm assuming they went into Baton. I don't really know what the purpose of that is, but I'm fine with that. We're no longer getting beat up by his artillery like we were before. So this is... something's going on here. He's shifting forces around. Okay, deliberate attack at Tatung. I'm just trying to break this unit out of here. And we are not successful. Can't get through there. Deliberate attack at Changte. I think we have enough force here to push these guys out. They've got to be disrupted after all that bombing. Let's see how it goes. Yes! Good. This is good. Awesome. So we just pushed out 500 AV Chinese troops out of our hex to give us some breathing room, and that also inflicted a lot of losses on them. So this was a good victory for us. That really, really takes them down a bit. Look at all these Chinese troops moving around here. Okay, bombardment at Chusian. This is just nothing but a gigantic stalemate here. Okay, deliberate tech Kuncheng, guys. I really feel like we can win here. He's got no forts, and our bombing was really effective. This is probably the turn that we get him, guys. Let's get him. Oh, I think we got him, guys. Yes! We got him, guys. Nice, dude. Dude. Big win, guys. We finally just took Kuncheng after like 2 weeks of trying to get it. This is good stuff, man. This is going to open a lot of doors for us. Okay, shock attack here, and this is not going to go well at all because this unit had way more troops in there than I thought that it would. My recon kind of lied to me on that one. Yep, that did not go well. So, that's... recon lied to me big time. Should have bombarded first. Deliberate attack here. I'm hoping this guy's out of ammo. Nope. But we did inflict more losses on him than he did on us. Allied bombardment at Kolaka. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so these are... yeah, we got to talk about all these troops here, guys. There's a lot of troops around here. 300 AV here. Okay. Okay. Very well. Allied deliberate attack at Lashio. I seriously doubt this is going to go well for him. And there you go. Nothing came of that. Alright, kind of a quiet turn here, but give me a chance to catch you guys up. Ooh, new sub. Infantry brigade. A lot of units come. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, good stuff here, guys. Okay, we got some good units on the map. Let's go over the numbers first. Aircraft losses today. 6 for us, 1 for him. We're just taking a lot of ops losses because we're doing a lot of stuff. But our aircraft losses continue to rise. Top pilots. 1 killed, 2 wounded. Ship sunk last turn. Nothing reported. Army loss points went up a little bit for us and a fair amount for him. Yeah, that's about it. We're at about 3.3 to 1 victory ratio at the moment. So first I want to start by saying it does appear that he's got PBYs somewhere in here because he's now detecting my what do you call this? My picket line. So that means I need to pull it back a couple hexes. And that unfortunately gives him more room to take up on us. So now he knows we've got some pickets out here, so we need to pull back a little bit. But I'm guessing they're flying out of ADAC. Although it's hard to know for sure because we don't have good eyes on this area. All right, China, let me get you caught up. So we've been battling up and through here for quite a while now. And it looks like we finally had a big breakthrough at Kuncheng, which could not have come at a better time. We've been just having a whale of a time trying to get through here. Fortunately now, I can do a couple things here. I can start shifting troops around to cover more hexes because you can see there's move arrows going here, move arrows going everywhere. He's just spreading out in all directions and being a general menace. It's really obnoxious to me, but this is what the Chinese do, right? He's got troops everywhere. But here, what I can do now is take the worst unit and let it recover. We can start building a fort here. I can take this division, which is mostly intact, and move it into this hex just to take up some room. I've got a lot of troops back here I can start moving in. So I can take these battered units and move them into Kuncheng to continue to uh, recover. Although the stacking limit here is pretty low. Now we can start moving towards Lanchow, and I have a lot of troops here. I got 1,500 AV here that I can start moving this way and up, or I can start heading down this way and battle my way down this road. We can apply pressure from 2 different directions now. This is really good. Capturing Kuncheng is going to really change the campaign for the better for us. I'm pretty happy about it. This was a massive recon fail. That was not what was indicated by my recon. It showed a very small unit. Here, let's do this. Rebuild unit, bombardment, defense. We'll split it. I've got reinforcements coming here, but I thought this unit was a lot smaller than it actually is. I don't recall if I showed it a couple turns ago, but we were successful in pushing Allied this depth stack out of this hex at Aichang about 2 or 3 turns ago, and really took a lot of troops out. It looks like he's moving back in, but that's fine. I'm moving this division out, and I'm leaving a couple regiments left because at this point, this unit is so degraded that there's not much that he can really do to us. I'm sending another division into Chengte because there's just a lot of movement here. I want to clear this road, and I want to start a push this way, but we need to get at least 4 divisions in here to do it. Over the last few turns, he's been moving units out of Changsha. We've got one moving this way. He's trying to converge on Chengte and take it, but the problem is that we've got strong forts here and a lot of AV, and he really can't do it. So he's just spreading out and being annoying. He also moved into this hex last turn at Kukong, and he's got a fair amount of AV there. We really can't take this base back without more troops. He moved troops here as well. And now we're kind of hung up in battle with these guys. We'll just bombard here. But yeah, so here's the plan going forward in China as of February 1st. Continue pushing up towards Lanchow and push down towards Tianshui from 2 different directions, here and here. And we're also going to head north this way. I've got 3 divisions heading down towards Chungking in this direction here. Not so much to take it, but to maybe grab these other bases in the area and force him to shift forces back this way to cover it, right? He's really far forward deployed right now, guys. He's got a lot of troops over here. He's got a lot of troops here. A lot of troops over here. He's been moving into Taiyun, and he's got a substantial force coming into here. Fortunately for me, I'm bringing in reinforcements, so I'm not overly concerned about him taking this back. He did attack here 2 turns ago, and he just got trashed. So my intent here is to get these Chinese troops into Taiwan and then close the hex side from behind them with these guys here. And I got troops that are going to be coming down this way to close this hex side. And then we're going to create another big zone here where the Chinese troops just can't get out. Kind of like down here at Chusim, where we've got a lot of Chinese troops, like 1,100 AV Chinese troops trapped here. They cannot leave. I want to do the same here, and anywhere else we can surround them and lock them in. And then I can just leave a smaller force to guard them, and these are forces that can't get out. And of course, we have this attack going this way too, just to be disruptive on the Chungking playing to force him to move around. All right, Burma's been pretty quiet, but it looks like he got a fair amount of troops into there, but so did we. The 14th Tank Regiment is there with a SNLF unit, so not too concerned about that. We can hold this base. I've got more troops in. I got a lot of troops into Mike Tila. So next turn, we're going to go into combat mode, and I finally can rebuild this unit. We're going to go into combat mode and kill whatever we can here, and they'll likely have to retreat into this hex because they don't have a supply path really any other way. He's got troops here at Lashio, but we're doing good holding it. It looks like he's bringing more reinforcements down to try to stop it, but we can be here way before he can be here once we take these guys out in Burma. So Burma's looking really good here. Okay, in Malaya, it's fully secured and done with. I'm just building up the base a little bit. We're almost to size 9 in Singapore. We took this base here last turn. And we're moving on Miri. It looks like he's abandoning it, and that's okay. On Java, we took Bandung last turn, which was a pretty nice win for us. Pushed a lot of Dutch troops out of there. So now I'm just doing cleanup operations. So we'll have... This is a small unit. I think it's just the aviation unit. We'll try to kill them here. These are the guys that were in Bandung. About 150 AV Dutch troops. Badly degraded. 2 divisions are moving on them now towards Tjilit-Jap, and once we trap them into Tjilit-Jap, they basically will have to surrender because we've cut off any other supply path. So we've cut Java in 2. So all these Dutch troops cannot get into Serbia, and they're stuck there. Okay. Now over here, I'm moving on. What is that? PT boat. Okay. I'm moving on Serbia. I've got this. This division is getting close to going in. 38th Division got bombed the last turn, so they got knocked out of move mode. I have these guys moving in with 1,000 AV towards Serbia from this direction. And I have a tank regiment, and we just landed... we just landed the 65th Brigade here, and the reason I did that is because old boy here sent 300 plus Dutch AV out of Serbia with armor. So basically a lot of his good armor was used here 2 turns ago to take these bases here. And the problem for him with that is that I just came in behind him. I landed behind him now, and I just trapped 300 AV over here in this part of Java, taking them out of Serbia and basically depriving him of any kind of armored units. That's a huge mistake. So we're converging on Serbia from 3 directions here with 1,000 AV, 470, almost 2,000 AV right here alone on clear terrain with Dutch crappy troops. He's in serious trouble. And now we just trapped behind him. We landed behind him and are about to take these guys. Even if they turn around, it's going to take them 2 turns at this point to go back into Malang. But we'll take this hex next turn. I just don't see him being able to overcome that. So this was kind of a big win for us here, guys. I think he messed up. So I need to get that armor regiment in there, but it got bombed, unfortunately, which slowed them down. So they're not going to be able to contribute, but that's okay. All right. I think you guys saw the cap trap here at Tarakan, but the Dutch ships that we damaged are still here, and they can't sail. They're too damaged. I just used this amphibious brigade last turn to take Zamboanga, and that eliminated the absolute last allied troops on Mindanao. There's literally none left. So I'm packing them up to get them out of here, but it's going to be slow going loading these troops here. It's going to take quite a while to get them packed up. Okay, at Clark, a pretty big shift here. I don't know what to make of it. He's pulled a lot of troops out of Clark and put them into Baton, and quite honestly, I think that's a huge mistake because Clark is jungle rough and Baton is jungle regular. So my bombing is more effective in this hex anyway. So I don't know what the reason was for doing that, but he's just made these troops more vulnerable to attack by doing that. I have plenty of AV here. We basically stopped taking casualties from his bombardments about a week ago. He stopped bombarding us. So that's a signal to me that his AV is, or his supply is low. So I'm just going to keep bombarding here every turn. We have plenty of time. We got months. And start just slowly withering him down. But I don't quite understand the purpose of splitting the forces, because it ultimately just makes Clarkfield easier to take for me, right? You should always stack on the best train you got. I don't know what the rationale was here, but whatever, I'll take it. It's free. Just landed here. We shouldn't have any issues taking this base next turn. A couple Dutch PT boats are hanging out here. I don't know what the purpose of them is. And I don't know what the heck that is, but that looks moving east. Moving east? What the heck? I think it's time to get some cruisers into battle here. We have a lot of Dutch ships here. I don't know where they came from and what they're doing. But let's get them. Let's go get them. It looks tasty. Whatever these are. Cool. But there's the Dutch East Indies. Northern Australia, nothing's happening here. Now, a lot has been happening in the rest of Australia. So here's what I'm showing. He's got a lot of units spread out here all over the place. So we've got about 1,100 AV of Australian troops here, and he's pulled a lot of it out of Brisbane to hold this hex. I'm attempting to flank around this way to get into Toowoomba and cut off this force here, which has about 300 AV of Australian troops. And he's got units behind us now. I guess they're moving to Bundaberg or something. I don't know. I'll send something north, probably this tank regiment. I'll send them up here to investigate what exactly he's doing here. He's moved a couple units to try. He defeated this unit last turn and caused a lot of casualties. I'm in the process of extracting them. And the nice thing here is that I saw what he was doing, so I'm moving a division here. So when he attacks next turn, he's going to be attacking a full division. And we're probably going to win that. But yeah, he's got a lot of... My estimate here, guys, is that he brought the entire Australian army, and it's here. Which means he's emptied out Melbourne, Sydney, Newcastle. Basically, all the combat effective units in this part of Australia are here. And I also believe that the bulk of his troops that would have been in Perth are now in over here. So we've got the entire Australian army bottled up in one area. And you see all of the dark green decals here. That's telling me, now there's not a guarantee, but that's telling me that there are no British or no American troops here. At least not that we've seen. So this is the bulk of the Australian army, and it's all out in the open for me to just kill. And I am kind of excited about this, guys. I think there's huge opportunities for us to do some good here. And there's all of a sudden there's a lot of ships in port. I'm a little curious as to what that's supposed to be. I wonder what that is and where they came from. Do you think he's evacuating troops? That would make no sense, right? Because there was only like 2 or 3 ships in port last turn. Now all of a sudden there's a ton of them. So I don't know what to make of this, but let's explore this a bit. So we're going to engage here next turn, engage here next turn. I'm going to have these guys continue moving here. I'm going to have these guys go into combat mode and go into deliberate attack. We'll probably use some bombers to soften this up because I don't know exactly what it is. And let's see if we can trap these guys. And then we'll get them pinned down here. And then maybe we can even land at Brisbane behind him and trap these guys behind him. Or force him to fall back onto this clear terrain. Right? And then we don't have to fight on the wooded terrain. Anyway, I have the advantage here. I have more troops on the way. I've got 3 divisions and 3 tank regiments and another 2 divisions on the way. And yeah, this is a good opportunity for us to really break through in Australia. And then lastly, we landed on Nadi 2 turns ago and took the base. I currently have a division, a mixed brigade, and a base force moving on to Suva. My estimate is that he never reinforced this base, and I wouldn't expect the Allies to do that anyway. So this is an opportunity for us here to basically take Suva cheaply. We may be able to get it in 1 turn. And then from there, that frees up a lot of troops. I'll probably leave the Guards Mixed Brigade here as a garrison for this base because it is a substantial base. This is one of the most expensive bases for the Japanese to own. It has a 75 times multiplier. So this is a base I would love to hold long term, and I think the GMB represents a substantial force that can hold it. And I also brought in an entire base force here so we can crew it with aircraft, naval support, and engineers and stuff. So Suva is going to be a very important base for our operations. At Pago, I have a little bit of a blockade going on here because I know he's been doing stuff here. I think did he even expand it? Combat report. No. Let's see. Palmyra expands port size 2. Palmyra, huh? That's out this way, isn't it? Yep. Okay, he's building that base up. But anyway, yeah. I expect to take Suva within a week. So again, these guys get here next turn. These guys get here next turn, and in 2 turns we attack. And if he didn't increase the garrison, we shouldn't have a lot of issue with that much AV taking this base. And that's it, guys. That's the update. Hope you enjoyed it. But this is where the battle is going to be for the foreseeable future. Well, Java's going to get exciting here in a couple turns. It already kind of is. And China is China. It's just a grind right now, but I've accepted that's how it's going to be with stacking limits. But this is exciting because he's overextended here. The entire Australian army is here. I don't think he realizes that there's other places that I could invade if I wanted to. And there's nothing stopping me from breaking the reinforcement line, right? The Brizzy reinforcement line, if you cross it, you activate emergency reinforcements. However, they spawn in like Heiden or Cape Town, and they have to be moved in. And if I come in and take all of the ports that he can land at, then he can't bring them in. I think a lot of allied players think that the Japanese just won't do it, but if I had to do it, I would. Again, I'm not saying that Australia is my ultimate goal here. This is just a demonstration, right? Because the bulk of my army is actually on Java right now. This does not constitute my main army. My main army is here. So this army could pack up and go into India very easily. And I don't know if he's prepared for that. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one.